Welcome to Flying the Metal Flag here on this wonderful YouTube channel. The very first interview conducted, which was originally broadcast on radio, my show Radio Hitman, which isn't broadcast anymore, but it was way back. Last year it started and finished in July of this year, 2025. Radio Hitman actually broadcast two interviews, which will be on this channel. And the first, this one, was with Bjorn Strid, Night Flight Orchestra. So the show Radio Hitman actually was broadcast on 94.7 The Pulse, Geelong Community Radio Station, of course, here in Australia. And Night Flight Orchestra toured way back in May of this year. And they also released a fantastic album way back in January called Give Us the Moon, which is an awesome album and an awesome follow-up from, of course, Hero Romantic 2, and is a worthy album in your collection, especially if you're a Night Flight Orchestra fan. And I have to tell you, the gig was fantastic. I went to the show. I've got the shirt here. Awesome stuff, and fantastic show, and played two of my favourite songs, of course, I Ain't Old, I Ain't Young, and of course, the awesome Transatlantic Blues. I really enjoyed the show in Melbourne, which is about an hour away from my home here in Geelong. So, ladies and gentlemen, please sit back and relax. This is Beyond Street, Night Flight Orchestra. Hello.
Hello, sir. How you doing?
I'm very well, thank you, Bjorn. How are you?
I'm doing pretty well.
Oh,
Getting geared up for the tour and everything. So yeah, things are quite exciting.
oh,
Ni-
fantastic. And
Nice hat. Nice hat. Nice touch.
and I've got the shirt on too.
Oh, brilliant. Brilliant.
I actually interviewed you, well, nearly 20 years ago for Stabbing the Drama. So it's
Ah.
great to be talking to you again. So how have you been in that last 20 years?
I've been doing quite well, thank you. And it's good to talk to you again. It's been way
Oh,
too
thank
long,
you.
you know. That's just
So,
crazy to think about. It's 20 years, yeah.
and
Insane.
and I believe you've formed another band since then, Night Flight
I
Orchestra.
have. Yes. That is true. Yes, yes. And that, I mean, that's coming down on what is it? I mean, the seed was planted in sometime in 2007 on tour, and then we got together in Jan for the first time in 2010. So, about 15 years, yeah, that's nuts to think
And the
about that
rest
as
is
well. And
history.
and yeah, exactly. And that now, we released the seventh album, and it's very cool to have two bands that are in different genres and quite established, and I can sort of switch between the bands quite easily. It's I'm a lucky man.
Oh,
I
you
am.
are. So how is it
Yeah.
doing that, being able to switch and being able to make time for either one?
Well, I mean, it's like I've expressed before. I think it's a different genre, and it's a different musical expression. And I think it's something that I was really longing to do. And when it all came together in 2010, I think I develop very and evolved as a singer, very, very quickly, having a band like that. And I think I took that with me, to soul work as well. I felt that I became a better singer overall, and I get to express all of my different influences, through these two bands, So I felt like I felt complete in that sense that there was something missing the whole time. But then, when we started Night Flight, I felt very, very complete musically, And of course, there's always going to be something else you want to do or try out, But it's really cool to be able to switch between those bands, and it's quite easy. I think they really represent me in a good way, who I am and what kind of influences I have, and yeah, I mean, I guess it's just the logistics that are pretty tough at times, and to try to divide the touring cycles and the album cycles. But we have the same booking agents nowadays, so hopefully that's going to help. But yeah, no, but at the same time, I feel very grateful, that I can have these two bands, and I just need to find some time to rest in between as well, obviously.
Oh, yes. And you're coming
Mm,
to Australia again for the second time. As we
mm.
air this interview, you'll be coming next Thursday on the 29th of May. playing
Yeah,
Melbourne at Max Watts, and it was a great show. I was there 3 years ago now, and you
yeah.
delivered big time. So how are you going to deliver this time round?
Well, we're just gonna have to try to top that, because it was a great tour, and that show was something special for sure. And I think we become an even better live band, and I think we have even glitterier, more glittery suits with us as well, and a new album, So I think we might be able to top it. We're gonna try, and blending up the set list with some new tracks as well. It's gonna be so cool because I mean, we just done a European tour for 5 weeks, and those new songs are working out really well live, I would say, and the crowd really responds to them. So. Hopefully, it's going to be the same case in Down Under as well.
Oh, beautiful. I
Yeah,
know I'm
yeah.
looking forward to it, and I hope everybody in Radio Land is as well. So I was thinking we might hear a song now. I was thinking, what is your favorite song live at the moment? We might hear that.
Um, wow, that's a tough one. One of my favorite songs on the new album is it's or currently I would say it's Cosmic Tide. I love performing that song. It's more on the progressive side of things, but what a great melody. And I had some troubles recording that song because it's the vocal delivery is pretty tough, but somehow live it feels like it's easier to do than actually being in a studio. So I'm definitely getting a kick out of that song right now. So looking forward to do that one.
Fantastic. Well, here it is
Yeah.
now. This is Night Flight Orchestra on Radio Hitman. And yes, you're back here. This is 94.7 The Pulse Radio Hitman with my very special guest, Bjorn Speed Street of Night Flight Orchestra. And you just heard, of course, Cosmic Tide. And we're going to talk about this new album, of course. I'm going to bring it up to the screen. Of course, you
Yeah,
can see
nice.
that in Radio Land. Give Us the
Mm.
Moon. Now, I have to ask you, first of all, did you know Give Us the Moon also has another sort of meaning in terms of comedic relief of Give Us the Moon, as in burying your ass, um, Bjorn?
No, I did not know that. Is that an Aussie thing or is it like
No, I think it is
or
an
is it like
Aussie
a
thing, yes. When you
wow, that's funny. That's funny. Yeah, I was thinking about that when we came up though, because for us, we went through this crazy journey of, sort of 2, 3 years and putting this album together. We had our guitarist David passing away, and it was really rough. It was a rough journey at times, and then coming out on the other side and putting together this album, we felt like we gave ourselves a tap on the shoulder. It's like, now give us the moon, will you? And kind of, coming out on the other side because we felt we've never worked harder on anything else before. So, but that's funny that it has that kind of reference too. So, brilliant.
I've got to tell you, it's a beautiful record, and I have to ask you, was it a difficult album putting it together, seeing the circumstances, of course, losing David?
Yeah. No, I mean to begin with, it was pretty tough, when we obviously had to grieve as friends and band members and musically and lyrically, David was he was definitely one of the main guys, and I started the band with David, and he was quite a visionary, so we knew it was going to be very, very difficult. It's not like you can sort of recreate what he did. We just had to take his world with us, the David that we knew before things turned quite dark, and we wanted this album to be sort of a celebration of his life and to take the world, David's world with us, and then try to make it into our own, which is very difficult to do. I mean, we were really close, me and David, and I felt like sometimes when I was composing some songs for this new album, I felt like he was very present. It was. And I was sitting there, what would David do in this situation? It just came to me, and so I felt like I got a little bit of help somehow. I don't know how. I'm not much of a spiritual guy, but that's some. I don't know. It was crazy how that worked out, and I felt that I felt his presence, and we went back to the very same studio that we always been to. And at first, it felt quite empty, but after a while, we started remembering the good days when when he was doing well, and we had so much fun together, and and it became very much of a celebration, and we felt like we could all sort of picture him walking in the corridors of the studio only in his underwear, drinking a beer, like he used to do, and he was always putting down his solos when he was sitting in his underwear as well, which was, and so there was a lot of fun things to remember as well, and in the end it turned into something super creative and beautiful, and this album is, I think you can hear it, listening to it, that it's like an explosion of emotions, and it's quite multi-layered, but overall I would say it's pretty uplifting in the end. I think it needed to be.
I think it's a great tribute to him, and I,
Mm,
I can see what you mean of him being his presence being with you because, well,
mm.
most of the singles have been written by you.
Yeah, 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 I know. I mean, Rasmus and Sebastian. Sebastian has always written stuff as well for the Nightfall Orchestra, but yeah, I mean, it's always hard to pick the singles, and we picked them as a band and then together with a label, because you're so deep into it as well, and you work on an album so hard, and in the end, it feels like you're deaf. You don't know what's good anymore, So, but yeah, yeah, they turn out to be singles, and people seem to like them, and but it's never easy picking singles. It's super hard.
I can imagine they're all your babies too, aren't they?
Yeah, 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 sure, yeah.
Well, let's hear a song again from the album. What would you like to hear?
Should we maybe do the opener, Stratus?
Yeah, let's hear it now. This is Night
Yeah.
Flight Orchestra on Radio Hitman. And yes, you're on 94.7 The Pulse Radio Hitman and my special guest, Bjorn Speed Street of Night Flight Orchestra. And that was the song Stratus, the opener. Well, just after the intro, of course, Final Call from their
Yep.
album, Give Us the Moon, their latest
Mm.
release this year. And it is a beautiful disc. Now, I want to ask you just a couple of questions about you as a person, Bjorn. What are your
Mm.
main interests outside of music?
Um, I'm a big like football fan, soccer fan. Liverpool is my team. So
Oh,
there's
yes.
that. Yeah, and also a hockey fan, Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I like antiques and vintage stuff, like go to flea markets. Stuff like that. So yeah, what else do I do? I mean, it's like there's a lot of music in this head, and so I need those things to relax my mind, because I mean that mind is always spinning, and melodies and stuff. I don't know how many recordings I have on my phone of ideas. It's I'm sure people can relate to who are into music, but I think it's important to also rest sort of like the music mind every now and then. So those are sort of my interest on the side, I would say.
Oh, fantastic. I
Yeah.
love ice
Yeah.
hockey too. I know it's not a big sport in Australia, but I love it too. The NHL is
Yeah, it's awesome.
brilliant. Yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. And then we also have a dog. It's a corgi.
Oh,
Her name is
corgi.
Anna.
My
Yeah, Cora.
grandparents had a corgi. Yeah.
Really? Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm obsessed with corgis. So yeah, I actually do a lot of things on
Oh,
on
beautiful
my
dogs.
time off. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Absolutely.
fantastic. Now, one thing that you did ask me, oh, well, we did talk about last time when I spoke to you is your vocals and how you really wanted to be the best that you can. And
Mm.
one thing I've definitely noticed is that you get better with every year. Is that something that you still really focus upon?
Yeah, I mean, it's important to me, and I'm just grateful that things are just working. And I guess I became a bit of a late bloomer, and I'm not 23 and a half anymore, that's for sure. But I feel like I'm still evolving and developing as a singer. I find new ways of expressing myself, and I've been doing so much touring, so I guess I built up quite a stamina, and especially having two bands in different genres too. It's a different way of singing. So I think that helps. It is a muscle that you keep. You need to sort of
Yeah,
keep it
that's
going,
right.
keep it warm, and I'm doing quite a bit of session stuff and collaborations, and so I'm quite busy, with my vocals, and yeah, let's hope it's gonna last, because I feel like this journey is not over, and singing is quite important to me, and to find new ways of expressing myself. So yeah,
Well,
that journey goes on.
I'm a big fan of everything that you do, Bjorn. You just
Well,
get
thank you.
better. You just get better with age, my friend.
Thank you so much for saying that. Thank you.
No worries. Well, of course, your band is touring next Thursday, playing Melbourne, of course. And
Yeah.
I'll get a quick song first for you to end off the interview. What would you like to hear? You can suggest anything you want. New album, anything in the past discography.
Let's do the vinyls, because we're talking to, also a radio station, and it's a really cool band.
No worries.
They're
Well, she's
short.
actually
Yeah.
from, she was from Geelong, actually, who you're speaking to.
Okay.
Chrissy Amphlett, yeah.
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 Great
Well,
stuff.
the last question I have to ask you is, what is the best thing about Night Flight Orchestra?
The best thing, I think, the friendship, and just the magic that, happens when we get together, and whether it being a studio or on stage, there's just something so um amazing about it. It's just pure joy, and also the fact that we can sort of almost do whatever we want. It's like an open field musically, and somehow we can even move between different genres, but still in the end we manage to tie it all together, and it's all making sense. I think that's the beauty of it.
Well, thank you very much for your time, Bjorn. It's always great to talk to
Well,
you.
thank you.
And I'm
Thanks for the
looking
support.
forward to the show, and it's going to be awesome. So,
Absolutely. Can't wait.
no worries. Thank you very much. This is Night
Thank
Flight
you. See you
Orchestra.
soon.
No worries. This is Night Flight Orchestra on Radio Hitman. Thank you, Bjorn.
Thank you so much.
No worries. See ya.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for watching this interview here on Flying the Metal Flag. I really hope you enjoyed it, and so does Ben. So we would greatly appreciate it if you click the like button, or even better, subscribe to this channel, because there's so many interviews that are coming soon. So please stick around for them and even more, and even the ones that are here already. So please take care and keep it excessive, but most of all, let your metal flag fly high.